a lot of people don't see the signs that's telling them they headed for doom. I'm sure Lil Durk didn't pay attention to the signs, because if he would have, I'm sure he would have stopped, or he would have altered his course, or he would have made a different decision. He didn't see he didn't see that he was right next to a cat that had been wearing a wire for 2 years. You see the video where it looked like he was talking into the wire?
It definitely seemed like he was talking to the wire, man. Right, and I'm talking about in a room full of... Yeah, and nobody peeped it.
Yeah, because this our partner.
Partner.
He's solid.
High-ranking member.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think he's solid, man, but, you know, it's crazy, man. You know.
They say it's always the ones closest to you.
That's what it is, man. You know, I got a thing I say. I hate for somebody to play with my emotions more than I hate somebody to play with my intelligence. Because in order to play with my emotions, I got to care about you. And in order for me to care about you, you got to be close to me.
How you think Durk feels right now?
I know he probably waking up and feel he probably in the same headspace that Diddy and Suge Knight is in, waking up like, how did I get here? Because at one point I was on top of the world was mine. I had everything in my hands. And now, you know, that got to, you know, because I've been to the penitentiary 5 times, and I always get a disclaimer that this is not bragging, it's public information. Anybody can look it up, you know. It just is what it is. It's a part of me. It's a part of my story. And every day I woke up, I tried to, you know, piece it together. Like, how did I get here? Like, where did the misstep happen? Where did I overlook something? Where did I overlook that sign? Because it's signs, man. And when you get time to actually, I'm sure Durk is sitting there and he was like, going through it in his mind, and he's piecing it all together, and he's like, I seen this and I seen that. But you living, you moving, you ain't got time to pay attention to it. It's a blur. It happened, you see it, but you don't see it. You don't process it like what you just seen.
Just like he probably, you know, he was in that video. He probably seen him reaching over and talking to his shirt, but he second guessed himself.
Yeah, probably didn't even. He probably, you know.
They ain't nothing.
You ain't thinking nothing of it. Because they so busy doing all this here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Repping and you know, doing what they do.
Yeah.
And, you know, yeah, man, it's...
So he pled not guilty.
Huh?
He pled not guilty.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
He got a mean case. If you plead guilty, you ain't got no action at giving it back.
Yeah.
You got to plead, you got to go balls to the wall with that one.
Yeah, that's because a lot of people don't know the punishment for that type of case.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a federal murder for hire.
Yeah.
So
that's probably automatic life.
It's definitely automatic life, but if they wanted to, they can seek the death penalty.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, that's how serious this is.
Wow.
So, I know social media has been talking about
and they don't want nobody but him.
Yeah.
That's what happened when you the top dog, fam.
Yeah.
When you sitting on top, everything is you. It ain't even gotta be you, but when you the face of it and you the name and you the most recognized, it ain't even got to be you. You just around, and the cats you around, the dudes you got around you then done something. But when they run down, they gonna run down on you.
Yeah.
Cause you the story. You the headlines, you the clicks. Dooney Boy, don't nobody know Dooney Boy. Don't nobody care about Dooney Boy. Even if he do get jammed up and they grab him, they still gonna attach your name to the story. They gonna be member of such and such's gang.
Yeah. And the feds are so slick with it that they basically named OTF a criminal enterprise.
Yeah. That's one of the, That's the thing about it, man. That we're a record label, we're entertainment. Man, these people play different. They play different. They play different. And that's why I say we dumb, man, as a people, because we don't have anything to fight with. We don't have any infrastructure. We don't have any, we don't insulate ourselves. We don't use our people and our resources to insulate ourselves, because when we get a little something, we go to feeling untouchable. We go to feeling like we done made it, or we respect it, or we a part of what they got going on, when you really just a pawn. You're a cog in their system. They don't view you in a respectable manner. They view you as a tool, as something to use at their discretion and to throw away at any point that they deem necessary, or, you know what I'm saying? You're a gladiator in an arena whenever they choose to throw you to the lion, fam.
Yeah. Durk probably had a lot of the wrong people around him. And then I don't know if he crumbled to social media pressure, people saying you got to ride.
You can have all the right people around you. You can have all the right people around you, man. These people play different. It don't matter who you got around you.
But I'm saying,
you don't think Michael Jackson had all the right people around him?
Oh, he definitely had the right people around him.
You don't think Beyonce got the right people around her? But if they really
want you, yeah,
ain't nothing nobody can do. Nobody, man. These people are in complete control, man. Black people, we have some kind of facade of fallacy going on in our mind, man. And that's not what it is, man. And people don't like me, but I'm just telling you what it actually is, fam. You ain't got to like me.
Yeah.
I know y'all sing and dance and hold hands and scream kumbaya all you want, fam, but that ain't what it is. Because if it was, this wouldn't be a conversation. This is what you got to understand. These people, if it was really all of this equality and fairness and justice, if all this really existed, none of this would be a conversation, because it wouldn't even be an issue, because it would exist and if somebody speaks on something, it can't be fiction. That's F the police. It was a reason they said F the police. It's the reason that it's still F the police right now, that sentiment hasn't changed. It's a reason, but the system don't care. The system don't care what your reason is. All the system want to do is make sure you play the game, you abide by their rules, and they keep using you and they keep fooling the masses. That's all they care about. And we gonna play along with it. We're gonna keep riding with it. We're gonna keep rocking with it. That's just what we do. Because us as a people, we cowards.
Yeah.
We are fearful. We fearful to ask the right questions, because we might not like the answer we get, or the answer we get gonna make us have to react and do something.
And that was my whole point. The people was saying you gotta slide for Vaughn. You gotta ride for Vaughn. And maybe his inner circle was putting that same pressure, you gotta ride for Vaughn. But in reality, riding for Vaughn could have been taking care of Vaughn's kids.
Yeah, his family.
His family.
Yeah.
That's riding for Vaughn.
Yeah.
Not the street justice.
Yeah, keep his name alive. Well, when you wrapped up in it and you all the way in it, and you refuse to come out of it because, and being a man, and we understand that the male ego can be real fragile. Even the strongest of us, even the most outspoken of us, even the most brazen and courageous of us, So the male ego can still be fragile, and so you don't want to come off as weak, especially around a bunch of wolves. Because if you're a wolf amongst, I seen this I was watching, not Animal Planet, but one of the animal shows, and a pack of wolves traveled together, and they got into it with some rhinos, I believe what it was. But one of the wolves, they escaped and went back to their den, but one of the wolves got injured, and he came limping in, bleeding. And as soon as they seen him, they all attacked him, tore him apart. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you surround yourself around wolves and you become injured or you become weak, you know, them wolves gonna take advantage of that. And especially if you what you viewed as the top wolf or the alpha wolf. And it's crazy that knowing what Durk meant to everybody's livelihood, why they wouldn't insulate him and try to protect him from the foolishness, because all of us, our family being able to, you know, do something besides, but you gotta give people purpose more than just hanging around or being a yes man or running to the store to get something to drink. You gotta give them a purpose, man. You gotta ask them questions like, say, man, I remember you used to cook. You still like cooking? Yeah, man, I cook for my family every time. Man, let's open up a restaurant. Fam, I remember, boy, you out of everybody in the clique, boy, can't nobody dress like you, man. You got an eye for fashion, man. Man, let's just recruit some and find out about this fashion thing, man. You gotta give people purpose around you, man. Besides everybody just looking at you and what you got. Some people, like I say, the male ego, some people need that. They need to feel bolstered and they need to feel praised, or they need to feel like everybody answer to me, and, you know, they don't want to see anybody as they equal or threaten their position. But you got to give people purpose, man. And that's on a grander scale. That's just like I said earlier, that's just a microcosm of our society. You got to give people purpose. And that's one thing none of us are doing, even for the greater society, greater black society. Nobody is giving us purpose. Nobody that's being successful is coming back and giving us real purpose and creating an infrastructure of us, for us. That's how you insulate yourself against the system. You use your people and you surround yourself around your people. You make your people strong. And in turn, you make yourself stronger, because your people ain't gonna let nothing happen to you, because we depend on you succeeding and thriving. But if you just want to thrive by yourself and succeed by yourself, you fail by yourself. You fall by yourself. And everybody, black people always tear their own. What did he do for us not to? What did he do for us not to? Because the average black person, when they get to success, and then the only time you see them being black is when they trying to sell you something, when they got something to promote, or when they trying to get you to think a certain way or do something. Nobody, it's not just black for being black. There's always a motive behind it. The motive is never self-preservation of us as a people or building us as a nation. That's never the motive. It's always an ulterior motive for outside forces that's affecting these successful black people's blackness. He got me choosing my words extremely careful. And hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. Because Like that clip where they showing Diddy talking about vote. This is why they destroyed Diddy. That ain't why, man. People don't care about him saying go vote. I try to tell you all the time, you don't count the votes. Them people could tell you anything. They could put whoever they want in office, man. You don't know. You don't know, man. That system is in place just so you won't rebel. To make you feel like you was a part of the system. Well, my candidate didn't win, but I voted. They heard my voice. All right, fam. You know.